What ain't YouTube? It's your boy Kerr, man. I'm back with another video. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, peace to the kings, peace to the queens, peace to everybody tapping in, man. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. First of all, I hope you've been taking care of yourself. I hope you're having a good day today, son. You know, hope you've been doing what you need to do to get up out the way and about your day. Overall, bruh, I hope you've been good and I hope you've been grinding, because that's all that matters. I hope you've been working as a man, bro. Listen, sharpen your masculinity, bruh. 101. That's what we talking about today. This video is simply to remind you to sharpen your masculinity, my nigga. Don't shoot the messenger. But I came to tell you, if nobody has told you yet, nigga, you a bitch. Stop being a bitch, my nigga. Stop behaving like a bitch. You need to sharpen your masculinity, bruh. You get what I'm saying? You gotta reduce the amount of emotions that you're using on a day-to-day basis, and just make sure that you getting your work done, bro. You don't need the emotions, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Leave that shit for the women. Men need to make sure they getting work done. You need to make sure you working. Leave the emotional shit for the women. That's what they for. You get what I'm saying? You as a man, though, you need to make sure you numbing that shit and you focused on work. You focused on work. Work basically means yourself. Make sure you're focusing on you, because work does not mean the job that you're working at. That's a job, nigga. That's not work. That's a job. Work is you. Work on yourself. Work on who you are as a person. I hope after you clock out your job, you're working. That means focusing on you. As a man, bro, you're the most important thing in your household. Is you. If you're in confusion, then your household gonna be in confusion. If you got a girl, nigga, if you're confused as a man, your girl gonna be confused. Don't you see what's happening? Your girl follow everything you do. You a leader, bruh. Naturally. It's a man's job to lead. Naturally, bruh. So, we need to sharpen out. You need to sharpen your masculinity, man. We need to sharpen our masculinity as man. Stop taking bullshit from people, man. If you seeing bullshit and you don't see that shit fit for your life, nigga, cut that shit out. You don't need to be taking bullshit from nobody. You don't owe nobody shit. I hope you don't. I hope you don't owe nobody money. Make sure you pay your debts, nigga, so that you can move according to how you want to move. You ain't got to owe nobody. I'm hoping you don't owe nobody. Because you know what happens as soon as you owe somebody, bruh. They got one up on you. As a man, that's not good. They got leverage on you. And if you ain't owing nobody money, bruh, you ain't got to tolerate shit that you don't fuck with. For what? Because that only brings chaos into the order that you've created as a man for yourself. You get what I'm saying? So you need to sharpen your masculinity, bruh. Check this out. In this universe, bruh, we got principles and laws. You have to understand, God is lazy. God is lazy at the same time. You have to understand, I'm not saying lazy in a bad way. We know, because we know that lazy people get the most done. I'm lazy as fuck, my nigga. I don't like to work. You know, so with the fact that I'm lazy, I'm gonna look for the easiest, fastest, most professional way to get shit done, so that I don't have to come back to that with my lazy self. So with that concept, you have to understand, God takes the same way. God put in universal laws, and he put principles in place that if you follow those principles, you can acquire certain things on this earth. It's principles and laws that were set on earth that can never change. You can never change those principles. And I'm discussing one of those principles right now with you. This is the law of correspondence, bro. This is a universal law that you cannot avoid, whether you like it or not, whether you know about it or don't. This shit is playing out every fucking day. The law of correspondence states that as above, so below, as within, so without. That basically means whatever is above in the sky, it is also below. Whatever you experiencing within, you also experience without. You have to understand that. So you have to understand why I'm bringing this up, right? We sharpening our masculinity. The only way you can sharpen your masculinity is if your self-image and your self-esteem are in a way that you see fit. And why I brought up the law of correspondence is so that we can understand that as within, so without, as above, so below. So with that concept and understanding, that we understand that everything happens inside so that we can experience it outside. So if you want to change your reality outside, you have to change how you see yourself inside. The same way it's your self-esteem. Your self-esteem is inside out. The same way that this law works is the same way that the self-esteem works. As above, so below. As within, so without. Not as without, so within. As within, so without. As above, so below. You understand that? As it is in the heavens, let it be in earth. Heaven and the other heaven and heaven for you. You need to understand heaven is not in the sky. Heaven is in the mind. So let it be on earth as it is in heaven. Let it be in its reality as I see it in my mind. That's what that means when you say, you know what I'm saying? That's what it means when you say in heaven. Heaven is in here, the kingdom. It's in the temple, your mind, right? So, reason I'm bringing that up, if you're trying to sharpen your masculinity, you have to work from inside out, right? It's nothing you can do from the outside that can change, the way that you see yourself from the inside. You have to start by changing the way you see yourself from the inside, so that the way that the outside perceive you changes. What do I mean by that? You have to focus on how you want to feel. You have to focus on how you want to feel. So if you're not in, but if you're in a state right now where you don't like who you are, you don't like how you feel, you don't like the type of person you is, the quickest way you can change that is by acknowledging that the feeling that you have right now is not what you like, and by understanding that there's a complete opposite feeling to the one that you're feeling. You cannot know hot without cold. Do you understand? So if you're feeling cold one day, always know that there is an opposite feeling to that feeling of cold that you're feeling today. Meaning there's a feeling of hot. So if you're feeling down, for example, always know that there's an opposite feeling to that down that you're feeling. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling sad, know that there is an opposite side of a coin today. So what you want to do now is you want to understand that, and then you want to focus and pay attention to that. Focus on flipping the side of a coin, because you just on one side of the coin. There's two sides of the coin all the time. You can never have one side, bro. So if you're going through a rough patch right now, best believe the other side of that coin is a good patch, and it's really up to you to focus on which side of the coin you can experience. Do you understand? So focus on a feeling. This shit is happening inside, bro. If you feel bad about who you are as a person, if you're not happy with the experience that you're having in real life, you have to change who you are inside. That means changing how you see this shit, changing how you see yourself. You have to change who you are inside. Does that make sense? If you've had, bro, you'd be surprised that you having a negative experience on this planet, because everything you're doing, the way you view shit, the way you go about life is just negative. Like, you ain't never have anything positive to say about this life shit. So you tend to then experience a negative life experience. That shit happens. It's possible. It plays out more than you think it does. So I'm saying, as above, so below, as within, so without. If you're trying to change your self-image to sharpen that masculinity, you have to do it from inside out. You can never do it from outside in. I see a lot of niggas try changing from outside in. That shit don't work. That's why going to the gym and having a beard don't make you a man, bro. It don't. Going to the gym and having a beard don't make you a man at all. Niggas are pussy. You know what I'm saying? Still be pussy. That shit don't make you a man. Being a man comes from the heart. That shit comes from within. You just a male, nigga. You just a male for real. You just got a beard and you go to the gym. Men are made. Males are born. Females are born. Women are made. Just like a man is made, bro. You're not born a man. You don't become a man just by growing into it. You're just a full-grown male, you know? Men are made, bro. You have to become a man. You're not born into that shit. You're born a male, yes. You're born a female, yes. Women are made too. You get what I'm saying? So like I'm saying, bro, if you're trying to change the way that you experience this life and the way that you see yourself, it has to come from the inside. As above, so below. As within, so without. Change the way that you viewing yourself. Ask yourself a question. How you view yourself, bro? Do you even trust who you are? Do you trust who you is? Do you think you deserve good things? When you sit down with yourself, bro. When you sit down with yourself, fuck everything external. When you sit down by yourself in silence and you sit and you think, do you really, how are you feeling? Let me not even ask anything else. My question to you is, how do you feel about yourself? If it's not the way that you want to feel, best believe you can change that. You can change the way that you feel about yourself. Because once you change how you feel about yourself, reality can only, but it's These are laws. That's what I'm saying. These are laws that God put in place. As above, so below. As within, so without. So if it's laws that God put in place, God is too lazy to be watching over your ass, bro. God is too intelligent, actually, to be watching over you. Nobody want to watch over you. We all got shit to do. Energy cannot be destroyed. God is moving, so he put God, the creator, put laws and principles in place so that if you follow them things, you can easily acquire whatever you want. As above, so below. As within, so without. So if you do what you need to do, if you focus on inside here, if you focus on within, God is gonna be like, okay, cool, because I put this law in place that says as above, so below, as within, so without. Because your within is moving like this, it is only right for your without, for your outside to show up in this way. It's according to the law. It's according to the law. It's according to the rules of the fucking game. In other words, bro. So I need you to understand that so we can sharpen your masculinity, sharpen each other's masculinity. You get what I'm saying, bro? Focus on within. Don't focus on outside. In most cases, we suffer more in our head than we do in reality. I'm trying to tell you because they making sure they do everything to fuck up the program, to fuck up your inside, so that what you can experience a bad outside. As above, so below. As within, so without. My nigga, understand what I'm saying? So if you have to focus on how you want to feel within. If there's a negative emotion that you're feeling, inside, best believe there's an opposite feeling to that. Best know that, bruh. Best know that. Come on, man. I'm gonna give you one more thing you can do to help you change your self-image. So you need to start sleeping early, my nigga. This is very practical that I'm saying right now. If you made it to this part of the video, I'm glad you did. But if you start sleeping early, right? The reason I'm saying sleep early is because what we trying to do is we trying to wake up early. So we trying to wake up before the sun rises. We trying to rise with the sun. So we trying to wake up around 4 a.m. If we waking up around 4 a.m. before the sun rise, then we can rise with the sun. And whilst we rising with the sun, what we trying to do, we trying to reshape the way that we see ourselves. So when it's 4 a.m., right, you wake up at 4 a.m., sun is rising. Yeah. What you want to do is maybe get you a paper, maybe find you a spot where you can sit. You know, I suggest getting out of the bed because usually I struggle staying, like if I wake up at 4, if I stay in the bed, most likely I'm going to fall asleep again. So get your ass out the bed so you can register that you're waking up. And then find you a paper. Reshape your self-image. This shit is happening from within. It cannot happen from outside, bro. You cannot reshape your self-image on Instagram because majority of the time people gonna know when you faking. But if this shit comes from within, you can never fake that. You can never fake that. So if you wake up around 4 a.m., around 3 a.m., around 4 a.m., that times, right? You can sit and you can focus on feeling how you really want to feel. Like you need to be able to play with your mind. You need to be able to visualize yourself, even the way that you dress, everything that you want. You need to be able to play inside first. Play with that inside. You know, visualize this until you can feel it. Like you need to focus on the feeling because you need to understand your heart is one of the most powerful. Your heart doesn't stop until you die. Your heart is the only organ that never stops functioning until death, bro. From the day that you're born. Did you know? And not even from the day that you're born. I think 4 weeks into developing into a baby, in the womb, that's when your heart starts beating. Yep. 4 weeks in, bro. So after the seed, after the seed turns into a zygote and all that, and then you turn into a fetus, it takes about 4 weeks, and then the heart develops, and then it starts beating. The only time it ever stops is when you die. Think about that, which means this is one of the most powerful, it's the most powerful engine you have, bro, on this planet. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because you need to understand, where do you feel? You feel from the heart, right? Your feelings are one of the most important things. I know in the beginning of the video I was saying fuck your feelings, but that was basically saying fuck, you gotta protect these emotions and use them for really important things. Stop using your emotions for unnecessary things. Use your emotions for fixing things like your self-image. You get what I'm saying? And I hope you understand what I'm saying, bro. So we trying to wake up early so that we can rewrite, rewire, recode the way that we're looking at ourselves from where? From the inside. And then we can only experience that outside because we only see how we think. We don't see. We can only experience from mental point, bro. And I hope you understand what I'm saying. Let those who have ears hear, and let those who have eyes see clearly. And with that being said, Kurt, man, signing out. I'm going to check y'all on the next one. I love you. Peace.